Absolute value is the measure of the distance of a number from 0. On a number line, we could plot the point -8 and count how far it is from 0. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces from 0. So the absolute value of -8 equals +8. We could also plot +8 on our number line and count how far this is from 0. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces from 0. So the absolute value of +8 equals +8. Now let's imagine that we took the absolute value of a variable and said that that was equal to +8. Well, if the absolute value of x equals 8, I see that there are actually two values that I could substitute for x and get out +8. X could be -8, or x could be +8, and we would get out the absolute value of x as +8. That is to say that x could equal plus or minus 8. When we're solving an equation, we might have some multiplication times our absolute value of x. Just like a normal linear equation, we undo multiplication with division. So we divide both sides by 9, and we get 5 equals the absolute value of x. To get rid of absolute value signs, we say that x is positive, negative, that number. So to get rid of these absolute value signs, I'm going to have x equals positive, -5. And that's my final answer. I could have the absolute value of x subtracting some number or adding some number. I'm going to use my inverse operation. If my operation is subtract 4, I'm going to add 4 to both sides of the equal sign. Now I have the absolute value of x equals -3 plus 4 is +1. To undo absolute value signs, to get rid of those absolute value signs, I write plus or minus the value. So x is plus or minus 1. Now I could also have my addition or subtraction inside the absolute value signs. The absolute value signs are like the walls of a fortress. I can't do the math inside until I get rid of the walls. So I'm going to start by getting rid of my absolute value signs. So that means that plus or minus 5 equals x minus 4. Well, remember, plus or minus means that there are two different values. So I have +5 equals x minus 4, or I have -5 equals x minus 4. Plus or minus 5, +5, or -5. I'm going to do my inverse operations. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides of my equation and get 9 equals x. Over my other equation, I've got x minus 4, so I add 4 to both sides. -5 plus 4 is -1. Bring down the equal sign, bring down x. So I get two answers. X equals +9 or x equals -1. Notice that in all of these absolute value equations I have two answers. X is +1 or -1. X is +5 or -5. When you have absolute value signs, expect to have two answers. Expect to have two answers. The answers could be different. They don't just have to be +1, +5. You could have +9 or -1.